It's very interesting that you brought up quads because in doing some history, the on-the-spot freestyle, right? I think you were challenged there.
Very much so.
Because when you work with another MC, you don't want to be shown up on your track. So with you going first, you set the tempo and he steadied the pace.
Yes, sir.
So as somebody who's bar heavy with another one who's bar relaxed, how do you find your balance with another MC so that you still shine yet you still get yours and they don't get theirs over you?
It's real simple, man. It's like, look at Bleak and Jay.
Unfair. You know what I mean? I don't think Bleak and Jay rap good together.
Okay, alright, well then.
I think like, Bleak, I'm not saying Bleak corny. I'm just saying I think Bleak blends into Jay.
Okay.
So I don't think that's a good analogy for y'all two.
Alright, put it like this. You
try Siegel or Scarface.
Not even.
I can't say that. Because Siegel has a higher pace and Scarface is more relaxed. I'm not saying y'all them. I'm just saying the style kind of more. Look at Pocket Face. Smile.
That I'm looking at it more like Lucas, the hustler.
Okay.
And my man who was underneath. Oh, give me 1 second. Hey, what's up? Who's my man that was rocking Lucas? From the movie that Denzel did. His enforcer. I'm looking at like that, like the big time hustlers. Then you got like the enforcer or that lookout or whatever.
Talking about Common and them?
Yeah.
The gangster joint?
Yeah. So when you got cats like that, and then you see somebody that say, all right, I'm at this level, I want you to step up to the plate because I see what you're doing. The pressure's on him. So the pressure was on me to really give it to you, like really give it to you in that form. That's the reason why I gave it to you in that form. It was something totally different for me, but just extra pressure, and I actually had to show the world how the pressure was on me. That's the reason why, exactly how you said, like I had to come with that flow, and then he actually set the pace.
But the rebuild is different than that one too, though.
Yes.
Because the rebuild was a different structure and bar delivery. When you ride with an MC, who sets the pace? You, the beat, or the MC that you're with?
Thanks, bro.
It's a little bit of both because depending on who's going to hit the track first. Depending on who hit the track first. Not even so much what the topic is. It's pretty much who hit the track first. That's going to set the tempo of it. But each artist is still going to have their own style. So even if that second person is going to have their own flow, if you come crazy, they're still going to come and do their own thing. And with us, it was just mostly like the chemistry that we was focusing on.
You're an out the window rapper because you can sit in a window and bar about the world in front of you. There's not too many out the window rappers anymore. We live in the anime generation. So now everybody's like this, and they're very colorful, and they got lightning coming out their assholes and their hair turning yellow, right?
Yeah.
But there's not too many people who could give you the world in perspective. Why do you think rappers lack perspective, but they gained vibe and rhythm?
They lack perspective and they gain vibe and rhythm because they just sit around with each other. When you sit around with each other, you're not really going to get too much of outside stuff. So they actually boxing themselves in without looking around and seeing what else is out there. They don't see the elements and stuff like that. They probably hear stuff from what their friends and what's going on in their circle, but they're not going out. You won't hear an artist talk about anything that's in the forest because they're all urban. They don't know about a tree. They don't know about a squirrel. So it's something that's out the box for them is going to hurt them. That's the reason why you want to separate yourself from that particular group or echelon because it's so different. You want to come totally different than what they're doing.
Okay, now perspective once again is not only your experience, but it's your dreams. Everybody thinks when you dream, it starts as a wide funnel and goes into a little hole. Actually, it starts from a little hole and it goes big into the broad sense that you can do anything you want. You are releasing triple album releases to show the world you have more range than you do perspective, which is smart. Because if you show you have more range, you may not be able to hit somebody with a gun bar, but you can hit somebody with a life bar, which means you can hit somebody because they like girls and you want to see them dance, which means there's so many different facets to the sound. Why did you go that way instead of traditionally just releasing music?
I like to multitask, so I just don't want to get the street. I just don't want to get this. I don't want to get the backpack. I don't want to get that the skateboarders. I want to get all of them. I want to be able to multitask and multiply my chances of hitting more audiences and growing my audience. That way, I can actually span the range from ages from 15 to 30s, from to 12 to 40. Where I could probably get younger than that, kids doing TikTok with my songs at 10, around 10 years old, up until 60 years old.
That's the key, because different perspectives gives us today's game. Like, are you a fan of the Verzuz?
Yes.
I personally am not. I think the Verzuz is trash. And let me tell you why I think the Verzuz is trash. Because we're getting dream matchups of people who are fans of those people. Like, my favorite Verzuz that I would like to see happen is Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri, and they got a battle on all the songs they produced. See, because then you get more than just Snoop and DMX, which was a hot battle, but it really didn't
get different aspects.
And then you got like Patti LaBelle, and that was good for our elders, but for me, it's not like it's like song, but it's not genre. I want to see the genre really form. So if I had to change the question to reflect you, what two artists can battle and produce your sound?
What two artists that could battle and produce my sound?
Yeah, we get a Verzuz of two artists, and then you like, oh, that's me all over it, because they both sound, they both are the architects of how I do my thing.
Man, they both not here right now, but it would have to be Big Pun and Sean Price.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, so here's the thing about Pun: exuberant lyricist whose breath control was out of this world.
Out of this fucking world.
Sean Price.
Bars.
Playful MC
bars.
who became a barbarian.
Yes, and very intelligent. And showed people that he was very intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, Peabody, King Kong, Solomon Grundy. I mean, the list goes on. But then with Pun, you got Firewater. You go to You Ain't a Killer, Capital Punishment. I mean, even the Drummer Joe. Range. That's what I mean. I mean, like, Cashrac has to be an MC that you gotta understand to explain, but it's hard to understand. What does that mean to you?
One more time.
You are an MC that you have to listen to be able to explain, but hard to explain, basically. Why do they have to pay attention to catch it, yet still can't translate what you are?
For me being a hybrid, for me being able to absorb almost any MC that came across my path that I didn't see, and to take something special from them, but manipulate it in my own way. That's why you really can't pinpoint me. It's kind of like when you like eating gumbo and bouillon, if you're familiar. The flavors is really good, but then I got parsley here, I got onions here, I got potatoes. It's really good, but it's not all from one source. It's not like you're just eating a steak. It's not like you're just eating potatoes. It's not from one source.
Well, I thank you for giving me this interview. And the best part about being an MC is that when you do your bars, when you talk your stuff, it's all about being real and not just being there. So let people find out who you are so they can be there to hear you. Give them your social media and how to get in contact with you and get them bars.
Heritage Hip Hop is Cashrac, Cashrac, all one word. You can catch me on anything. Right now I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can see that single Crown Holder on YouTube right now. It's available on all platforms, Tidal, Spotify, iMusic, iHeart. You just type in the search word for Cashrac and you're gonna see me. Type in Cashrac at Audio Mac. to get those 3 volumes, that Chronic Else of the Hybrid MC. Type in my name in the YouTube, you're gonna see those 3 volumes for the Sounds of the City. I'm dropping volumes like crazy, man. Just get at me, Cashrac, C-A-S-H, all one word. Hooterville, Sanford Ave. Shout out to R&R for holding me down. Really appreciate the spot. You already know what it is. Y'all come through, man. Get your goods, get your essentials right here. R&R convenience store. You already know what it is. What's that address on?
Hooterville.
We're in the Hooterville. You'll find us. Find us on the gram.
Alright, check this out. We got 4 more minutes, so I want to do the rapid fire questions. You ready to play that game with me? Here we go. Rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. They are questions that explain who you are and your depth of hip hop knowledge. So my first question is, what song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
Shorty wanna be a thug.
Okay. Next one. Between Queens, Brooklyn, and Brick City, who has the most bar-heavy MCs and the most accomplished spitters?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn, son.
Okay.
Brownsville, what up? D-Seps, what up?
Next question. If you had to define hip-hop in 5 albums, what are they?
If I had to define hip-hop in 5 albums?
That's it. 5 albums. What's your starting 5?
Stankonia by Outkast.
Mm-hmm.
Into the 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
King of Rock, Run DMC.
Mm-hmm.
Lethal Injection, Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
And Revenue Retrieving, Overnight Shift, E40, without doubt.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
There's MCs who get on other MCs' tracks and they can steal a song. That's the Guest 16. The feature artist overshines the main artist. Who has the best Guest 16 in hip hop history?
Man, who had the best gets? I want to say, I want to say it's gonna be a toss up between Capadonna and Cannabis. Because when Capadonna came through on that Winter Wars, everybody was talking about him. Everybody wanted to know who's that new dude with the whoop. Like, so he came through, and he came through with extra bars. So that was a real surprising verse.
Okay. And Cannabis, so what song? Was it Beats from the East or the other one? With Redman and A Plus and all them?
It was Beats from the East.
Beats from the East.
Yeah, he came through and shined real heavy.
Okay, we got 2 more minutes. So my next question would be, being that we talk about feature artists, if you could have your dream track, who would do the beat and who would feature on the song with you if you have any, dead or alive, no restrictions?
Well, I mean, I gotta get a track by Dre. If I can't get it by Dre, it gotta be Primo. And then my feature, if it ain't Pac, it's gonna have to be Michael Jackson or Prince.
Why not all 3?
Shit, all 3 of them. Fuck it. Throws my brigade over there too.
Last question of this interview, and I thank you for coming to Heritage Hip Hop. This is the most important question of the first interview, so you're always welcome to come back. And as you see, I listen to your music. I didn't come here and talk to you about some BS. So, salute to you for making the music, all right?
I appreciate it. You did your research, man. This is a real interview. This cat, yo, Heritage Hip Hop, man. You gotta mess with me, yo, for real.
All right, so my most important question is this. 500 years from now, when they go to the Jersey Hall of Fame or the Bronx Hall of Fame, Hip Hop Hall of Fame, 500 years from now, somebody's going to do a exhibit, and they're going to show MCs, and they're going to have your name there, and the child's going to push a little red button, and a hologram of you's going to come out showing one of your videos rhyming. So you're going to be introduced to another generation of people 500 years from now. My most important question is, what is the legacy you left behind that made the world better because you created music?
The legacy that I left behind that'll make the world better that I created music will be, I did it kind of cliche, let's say my way, you know? I did it my way, and I really did it, so shout out to Blue Eyes. And when I came through, I didn't let nobody stop me. I didn't let the naysayers say that I couldn't do it. When I seen the competition pushing further, I didn't fall back and say I couldn't do it at all. That was my motivation, and they're gonna see that.
And with that being said, everybody, make sure you are yourself, because yourself is what matters. And if you have knowledge yourself, not only do you preserve, but you give lessons to people down the line and not just for the now. Thank you to Cashrac for coming to Heritage Hip Hop. This is Karev saying peace, and we out.
All right.
Real